Celebrated Halloween this weekend. There are still a lot of events happening today since it is actually Halloween. We have a big list of things you can do right now at ksat.com, from haunted houses to the Zoo Boo to trick-or-treating. There's something for everyone. Click on the article available on ksat.com. Ahead in the next hour of GMSA, the Astros heading to Philly with all of the momentum in the World Series. We'll get you ready for Game 3 tonight. And TransGuide right now, flashing lights at 90 at Couples. We'll check back in with RJ coming up in just moments.
This morning on GMSA, we are taking you to the special festival that helped to remember the lives of the 21 victims killed at Robb Elementary and to raise money for scholarships for Uvalde High School seniors.
Welcome to the big show, Tony Pollard, his third touchdown of the day.
And it's a victory Monday for the Cowboys after the Dallas offense put on a clinic again yesterday against the Bears, including some big defensive plays. We've got highlights and look ahead to their next matchup.
And rise and shine. It's Halloween morning, 6 o'clock a.m., 54 degrees. We have your forecast coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is Monday, Halloween, October 31st.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a wonderful weekend. The weather certainly worked out, and we're hoping it will today as well.
I'm hoping the sunrise is extra orange this morning. Mike Ostrage is here. Do we need a umbrella for trick-or-treating tonight?
Well, first of all, sunrise. It's going to be kind of iffy because we've got a lot of clouds hanging around here. There may be sun, a little bit kind of peeking through some of the clouds. But then later on this evening, if you can keep one handy, just because there's going to be a little bit of mist or maybe a sprinkle here or there.
So flashlight in one hand, umbrella in the other.
Yeah,
Trick-or-treat bag.
It's not going to be around by any stretch. We'll just have one or two little sprinkles and or some mist around in the evening hours. Got some clouds hanging around here this morning. 55 at the airport, 45 Bernie Stage, mid-40s out in the hill country, 52 Converse, 53 in Seguin, as well as New Braunfels. Mold is on the low side, as well as Juniper. And then throughout the rest of the morning, we may drop down another couple of degrees here with mostly cloudy skies. A little bit more in the way of sunshine mixed in with the clouds, say late morning, early afternoon. And then we're going to cloud back up. We're going to be at 72 at noon, and we'll top off today at 78 degrees. And don't have anything as far as any sprinkles in this graphic right here. However, in this graphic for Halloween, we are going to be seeing, and again, I love the ghosts on this thing. That's very cool. We're at 78 degrees, 5 o'clock, 75 at 7 o'clock. So if you're going out trick-or-treating just after dinner time or right around dinner time, again, maybe a little bit of a sprinkle here or there. And just carry an umbrella to be on the safe side. Like I said, you can open it up, turn it upside down, another candy holder. Anyway, and then a couple more, especially as we go into the later part of the evening, and then overnight is going to be the better chance for a little bit of rain. Got a couple more rain chances this week, and also another front late in the week. Upcoming first weekend of November, looking good. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, Mike, things looking pretty good out there. After a pretty busy 5 o'clock hour, we saw a couple of wrecks there earlier west of downtown. That's been cleared up. And then we had the one on I-10 at UTSA Boulevard. That one has been cleared up. So just kind of keep that in mind. The biggest thing that we're looking at right now is just a stalled vehicle here at US 90 eastbound at Couples Road. Again, this has been kind of a little trouble spot for us so far throughout the morning, but nothing major as we could see as we get a closer look with our maps. You see traffic flowing pretty good in the eastbound and westbound lanes there at Couples Road, but again, a stall. So if you see that emergency vehicle, those emergency lights, just kind of keep that in mind as you make your way out there. And we take a look at the wider map, and you can see a lot of green on our screen, so that is good there. So this is a bit of a treat so far on Halloween for our drivers as they head out during the 6 o'clock hour. And things, of course, might pick up just a little bit more throughout the morning, and this is something that we will continue to follow. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, RJ.
There is an active silver alert you may see on your way to work this morning. The search is on for 92-year-old James Chambers. He was last seen yesterday in Pasadena. That's in the Houston area. He was in a 2014 silver Kia Optima with a Texas license plate DXF 9573. If you know where he might be, you're asked to call Pasadena Police at 713-477-1221.
The Uvalde community continues to rally together for the 21 people who were killed at Robb Elementary. In the first Remember Their Names festival, hundreds came to the Uvalde County Fairplex to remember the lives lost on May 24th and to raise money for Uvalde high school seniors. Now, there were different events to honor each victim, including a barbecue competition for slain teacher Idema Garcia and her husband Joe, who died just days after the massacre. Idema's siblings Velma and Marcus say although there's still a great deal of sadness, they know this is the best way they can honor their sister and brother-in-law.
The outcome that we have, it's a blessing. We feel the love, and hopefully the healing process will begin. And then we'll just continue this yearly and remember of their names.
It being for scholarships, it's just a beautiful way to honor Joe and Idema. They would love it.
High school seniors will be writing letters to apply for the scholarships over the next few weeks for families to select the recipient of their loved one's scholarship.
Topping your morning headlines, over 150 people died in a Halloween tragedy over the weekend, crushed inside a massive crowd during celebrations in Seoul, South Korea.
And now we're learning about the two young Americans who are among the victims. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the details.
2 Americans are among the dead in South Korea from what's being called the deadliest crowd crush in decades. The family of Annie Gieske, a nursing student at the University of Kentucky, says she died in the chaos. And Stephen Blessy, a 20-year-old from Georgia, was studying international business abroad. His father tells the New York Times when the U.S. Embassy called to say his son had died, it was like it stabbed like 100 million times simultaneously. The tragedy unfolding at a Halloween celebration Saturday night in Seoul. Officials estimate more than 100,000 people packed the streets for the city's first post-COVID restrictions Halloween party, when a massive sea of people jammed into a narrow alley.
The revelers were coming by the thousands from each side, down below here, and from both sides up above. And this alley is just 14 feet wide. There was nowhere for anyone to go.
As the crowd surged forward, witnesses describe a hell-like chaos. People in costumes crushed, suffocating, and falling like dominoes as party music blared in the background.
And then the emergency services arrived, and they were just pulling bodies out and just dumping them on the street.
Rows of rescuers performed CPR on victims. American Janelle Story was able to escape the crowd.
I just saw in front of me this mass of people running and pushing and screaming and like panicking.
Authorities say 200 officers were on hand for the event, about 1 officer for every 500 people in attendance. South Korea's interior minister acknowledges officials did not anticipate such a large crowd and said a considerable amount of police officers had been sent elsewhere to another part of the city where unrelated protests were planned.
Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
In today's Tech Bites, a new revenue stream for Twitter. Reports say new owner Elon Musk wants to charge users to maintain their verified status. The reported cost will be $20 per month for Twitter Blue. Musk tweeted Sunday the verification process is being revamped.
Apple's upcoming MacBook Pro might not arrive until next year. The 14 and 16-inch laptops were expected to be released at the end of this year, but Bloomberg now says it may be pushed back to early March to coincide with the launch of the company's next iOS update.
Google is out with Great Ghoul Duel 2, a sequel to its popular multiplayer Halloween game from 2018. Like the original 2 teams of 4 ghosts collect as many as wandering spirits flames as possible. The new version includes several upgrades and must be played by the end of the day.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, so the Cowboys were back in action yesterday in Week 8 of the NFL regular season, welcoming the Chicago Bears to town. Dallas got to work early in this one, shutting out the Bears in the first quarter, 14-0. Final from Arlington, or rather Dallas got to work early in this one, shutting out the Bears in the first quarter, 14-0. Chicago started to come alive in the second. Cowboys pulled away to win it in dominating fashion. The final from Arlington, Cowboys win it 49-29. Dallas improves to 6-2 as they hit their break. Their next matchup will be November 13th in Green Bay against the struggling Packers. Another team really struggling, Houston Texans. They played host to their division rival Tennessee Titans yesterday. Houston just could not get an offensive rhythm going until it was too late in the game. And defensively, they could not stop the Titans. Derrick Henry ran up and down the field all afternoon. The Titans get the road win in Houston. Final from NRG, Tennessee 17, Houston 10. Texans fall to 1-5-1 on the season and remain in last place in the AFC South. It's not all doom and gloom in Houston. The baseball team tied at 1 game apiece with the Phillies in this year's World Series, and the Stros have some momentum as the series shifts to Philly tonight. Game 3, the best of 7, is set for tonight around 7 p.m. If you've missed it, don't look now. Our young Spurs enjoying a strong start to the season, and other teams are noticing. The Silver and Black got the win at home last night against Minnesota. They're currently sitting at 5-2 on the season. Spurs will stay home to take on Toronto on Wednesday. Then Friday, the Clippers come to town. On Saturday, the team travels to Denver, who gave the LA Lakers their first win last night. Denver loses to the LA Lakers.
Yeah, it's an interesting season all around.
For LA, for sure. Yeah.
And we are very happy about the Spurs.
Of course, 5-2 is great.
Yes. We're proud of you. Time now, 6:10 and 54 degrees for now. And still come now that Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen have confirmed they are divorcing, how the former power couple will divide their financial empire. That's just ahead in your GMA First Look.
Plus a weekend of fun Halloween festivities around town. After the break, a look at some of the spooky fun.
And taking a look outside with a live cam, it's slightly more humid this morning, but you still may want to grab a jacket. It's 54 degrees. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. 6:14. Halloween is here, and celebrations have been happening all weekend.
One of those was a big Halloween party at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium Pavilion. For many, this was their first time attending since the pandemic. The party featured a lot of music, food, pumpkin carving, and of course, trick-or-treating. Organizers say the response from those in attendance has been phenomenal. There were 2 haunted house options, fun or scary.
Let's take a look at this year's pumpkin carving contest at Northwest Baptist Hospital. 13 pumpkins were entered into this tough competition, from scary pumpkins with spiders to Barbie gets an MRI to
oh my goodness,
spaghetti vomit. That's just to name a few. How awesome are those?
Oh my gosh, great job. And right now on our website, we want to see your pets in their Halloween costumes.
No,
so
back up. Vampire-like.
Oh, you got this. We want. I can't do. There you go, Mike. Thank you. Like Count Dracula. So go ahead and submit them to KSAT.com and look for the story under the Halloween section.
Thank
you,
you,
Mike.
45 minutes to nail this, okay?
I don't think I can do it.
Sure you can.
My first attempt was really bad.
No, you just slow it down. We want to see your pets.
I want to bite your neck.
Moving on. Whoa, Mike. 6:15. RJ is here.
You can take it away.
I will do my best. Yeah.
I love it.
On for a while. And hey guys, like a bad, like a Halloween movie villain here, we have this incident here at I-10 at De Zavala that has creeped back up and is causing some issues here for our drivers. So again, this was reported as a crash, but then checked with TxDOT right now, it was then a disabled vehicle. But as you can see that there are still emergency vehicles in this area. Again, I-10 westbound at De Zavala Road, and the crash is actually being reported up the road a little bit at I-10 at UTSA Boulevard. So just kind of keep this in mind as you make your way through this area. And so far, it looks like traffic's not being affected too much here. But again, this incident seems like it's taking a little bit longer for crews to kind of clear out. As we take a look at our wider map, and you can see that traffic building up a little bit in some of our common areas, but for the most part, things pretty clear as we make our way on this Halloween Monday morning. Again, this is the biggest thing that we are following right now. This reported crash, again, it's kind of gone back and forth from reported crash to disabled vehicle, I-10 westbound at De Zavala out on the northwest side. So just kind of keep that in mind as you make your way out there. Speaking of that, Mike, how are things looking?
Not too bad, Mark.
Hi.
Hi, you're on camera.
I didn't know we were doing this here.
I didn't either,
Hi.
but it's good to see you.
Hi, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Let's
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
Go ahead and do your forecast there, Pumpkin.
I was just about to roll that school bus. So we're going to be down to 53 degrees, mostly cloudy skies this morning. Grab a jacket, and it's almost that kind of dampish cool. Humidity is up enough to where you sort of feel it with these temperatures. And then 78 for a high temperature later on this afternoon. Couple of sprinkles are possible. The better shot at any sort of rain is going to be then later on this evening. Take a look at this picture. I love this one. Absolutely adorable. This is Valentina and her first Halloween. And without reading the caption, what is she? What character is she?
Can't
Cruella.
see. Oh, okay.
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see? Okay.
I'll move closer.
Because she's got the black and white right there.
Oh,
So,
yeah. And then there's the famous red dress.
yeah.
Okay,
From
gotcha.
the Disney version.
Just make sure you scan that QR code and send in some of your great pet pics or other pictures. And we've got some clouds hanging around here this morning. Mid-40s hill country, 53 Port SA, 57 at Stinson. And we are going to see some sunshine thrown in with the clouds, especially later on this morning and then early afternoon. 69 at 11 o'clock, 72 at noon. High temperature, again, up to 78. So just about a normal high temperature, just about a normal low temperature. Low or mid 50s, upper 70s, the normals for this time of year. Now, again, we have a little bit of sunshine maybe thrown on in with some of these clouds. And then by late this afternoon and dinner time, just 1 or 2 sprinkles. And, it's not necessarily going to be raining exactly in those spots, but this is just kind of an indication we got more moisture getting pumped on in here. So a couple sprinkles, a little bit of mist. Take an umbrella just to be on the safe side, and we'll have a few more as we go into the evening hours for the early trick-or-treaters. Probably a lesser chance for any of these sprinkles, and then slightly better shot by later on this evening. But again, they're going to be very scattered about, but an umbrella is a good idea. Then rain is going to start to develop more overnight into tomorrow morning. Looks like it's going to be kind of a damp commute tomorrow, and especially throughout the first portion of the day. Humidity is going to start to come back in here next week, and then it'll finally drop off by Saturday as the next front moves on through here. Here's what's going on. We've got a little bit, some waves kind of moving on through here, giving us this chance for some rain. Another big trough is developing out there to the west. Ahead of that, that's going to pull in all the moisture around here. It's going to be on the mild side. It's going to be somewhat humid the rest of the week. Then we have those rain chances coming in here late Thursday, Friday as that low approaches, and then especially Friday night into early Saturday morning. Then that's going to pull that front on through by about midday on Saturday, and that's going to clear us on out. Not a huge blast of cold air, but just more seasonable temperatures and some cooler mornings then and behind that. 72 at noon, partly sunny skies. High temperature is going to make it up to 78 today with mostly cloudy skies, couple little sprinkles around dinner time, maybe into the early evening hours. Then we go into tomorrow, and we're going to have a better chance of rain overnight into tomorrow morning, and we'll have cooler temperatures tomorrow, then mild as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Better chance of rain late Friday, overnight, early Saturday morning. And then we're going to clear out, and it looks very nice for Sunday. And we get the extra hour on Sunday.
Hallelujah.
Yay.
Nice little break there.
Set your clocks back an hour before you go to bed Saturday.
We'll do that and enjoy that extra hour.
God's time, as my mom says.
620, 54 degrees.
And coming up later this morning on GMA, the Black Panther and Stars are live in Times Square to talk about the upcoming Wakanda Forever. Plus, get the sugar rush started early with the epic Halloween candy cook-off. That's next on GMA, beginning at 7.
Before we hit a break, here's some Halloween pictures from our KSAT crew. We'll be right back.
Trilogy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel.
You don't have to take COPD sitting
It's a
down.
new dawn, it's a new day.
It's time to make a stand.
And I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trilogy. No once daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen's divorce.
They have very much not had the same goal when it comes to their relationship as a couple, but they do have the same goals when it comes to their children. And that means, creating a safe environment for them to really feel like they have everything that they need. And what they care about most and are most focused on is, sharing custody of the kids and making the kids feel safe and supported.
Now, as they move forward for their family, questions about how the former power couple will divide their combined financial empire. Fortune estimating it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
But I assume since they have so much money, they'll each be leaving this marriage very comfortably and hopefully without a lot of problems.
And we'll tell you what's next for the high wattage couple coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And Muertos Fest may be over, but you can still check it out on our primetime special. So you can rewatch it online right now. It aired last night. You'll get to see some of the musical acts and altars created to honor loved ones lost. Just head over to our website at ksat.com to relive it all.
You were down there this weekend. I heard it was spectacular.
Yes, it was so much fun. I got a chance to MC the fashion show, which was really cool to see all of the pretty much works of art out there.
You said it was obvious people either were doing Dia de los Muertos, so they were headed to Elton John.
Or the Elton John, yes. A lot of people were dressed up for the Elton John concert as well.
It was vibrant downtown this weekend. 626, 54 degrees.
Quick look at the roads with TransGuide. Looking over there at I-10 at De Zavala. Things are moving this Halloween morning, but we're going to get another update from our RJ Markets very soon.
We're learning more details about the alleged suspect who attacked House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. I'm ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. Heightened security concerns for lawmakers coming up.
Outside with Live Cam, waiting for the sun to come up on Halloween. Mike has your forecast. We want everybody to be extra careful this evening. It is a school night, so you'll be rushing home to trick or treat and then rushing home to get to bed. So please, everybody, be extra safe out there on the roads, highways, byways, side streets, and all.
Yes, definitely. Happy Halloween. Good morning. There you go.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you for this Halloween graphic.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, complete with pumpkins and everything. Very appropriate for today. We're hoping that the weather will be appropriate also for trick-or-treating.
Not too cold, or not too hot, I should say. And you're not going to be humid in your Halloween costume. Now, the question is, though, do we see a couple of sprinkles? There will be a couple of them out there, here and there, very, very few and far between. I really wouldn't worry about it too much, but just take an umbrella to be on the safe side. It's going to be very, very light. The early trick-or-treaters, the little ones, I think you're safer, but then later on, the chance for those sprinkles do go up just slightly. So it's not going to be, like I said, a big deal. 55 right now, dew point's at 49. So we're still well below 60. So when you walk outside, it's not like you sweat or anything like that. But since we've got a fair amount of humidity compared to this temperature, there's almost that kind of dampish chill out there this morning. So definitely grab a jacket. 45 Bernie Stage, mid 40s Hill Country, 53 New Braunfels, 52 over in Hondo. And we do have low amounts of mold and juniper. The updated count's going to come out in about an hour or so. 72 at noon, 78 for a high temperature. Some sunshine mixed in, but we're leaning toward the cloudier side throughout most of the day. By 9 o'clock, we'll have a few showers around here. But as far as trick-or-treating itself, right around dinner time, again, there could be a sprinkle out there. I really wouldn't concern yourself too much with it. Maybe one or two more by, say, around 7 o'clock. Again, just take an umbrella just to be on the safe side. We do have some better rain chances overnight tomorrow morning, and then again toward the latter part of the week. We'll talk about that and take a look ahead to, funny to say, the first weekend of November already coming up. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. Mrs. Marquez's favorite son, RJ, is here.
I like that. And no tricks, just a little bit of treats here out on the roads on this Halloween morning. And this was the accident that we were following earlier, I-10 at De Zavala. And look, it's kind of been going back and forth here, but it looks like as things have been cleared up. Our eyes are not lying to us here. I-10 De Zavala, things looking like pretty smooth there as they have cleared up. There was a crash reported earlier. Our maps are still showing this, but again, we just saw our TransGuide shot there in that area, so things moving along smoothly there. Now, we do have another crash to tell you about here. This one, kind of where the south side and southwest side sort of meet there. I-35 southbound, at Yarrow Boulevard. So one thing here, this is off on the service road, and I was looking through TransGuide a little bit earlier. Didn't really see any major backup in this area, but something to kind of keep in mind as you make your way out there. Again, a crash reported there on the service street there for I-35 southbound at Yarrow Boulevard. So just keep that in mind if you're headed out. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our rotating shots, show you a little bit more of the city. 90 at Couples, we had a stalled vehicle out there earlier. That's been cleared up, and 281 at Hildebrand. Things looking pretty smooth out there as you make your way out on this Monday, Halloween. Mark and Stephanie.
Thank you, RJ. San Antonio police say suspects are still on the run this morning following a shooting that led to a multi-car crash on the city's northeast side with 2 victims rushed to the hospital. This happened on Walsham and Parkcrest just outside of Walmart on Sunday. Police say a driver in a silver vehicle chased people in a stolen white Kia on Walsham Road, and someone fired several rounds, striking 2 teens inside the white car. Now, during the incident, the driver in the white Kia slammed into 2 innocent bystanders inside their vehicle. We spoke to one of the victims, and he tells us the entire incident happened within minutes.
He hit me broadside and spun my car around. And when he spun my car around, the other car clipped me.
Now, 2 of the shooting victims were rushed to University Hospital. One teen was shot in the chest. At last check, he was in critical condition. The other teen was shot in the shoulder. Detectives are working to get video footage from nearby businesses to identify the suspects and victim that got away. They say the shooter in the silver vehicle is still on the run.
In India, military teams searching for people missing after a century-old pedestrian bridge collapsed into a river, killing at least 132 people. More than 100 fell into the river when the bridge collapsed. Live video report showed hundreds of others clinging to the broken structure and trying to make their way to safety. At least 177 survivors were pulled from the river, and teams from the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force were still searching for others. The bridge had just reopened after repairs. Officials said the bridge gave way because it was overloaded with tourists. The disaster was one of the worst accidents in India in the past decade. Back here in the States, authorities are expected to file charges today against the person accused of breaking into House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's home and attacking her husband.
The incident is shedding light on growing violent threats against members of Congress, with the midterm elections now just 8 days away.
ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
Heightened fears over lawmakers' safety as new details emerge about the alleged suspect who attacked House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News 42-year-old David DePape had zip ties and duct tape in his bags early Friday when he broke into the Pelosi home. Sources say DePape shouted, "Where's Nancy?" Another parallel to the January 6th Capitol attack.
Where are you, Nancy?
Authorities say Paul Pelosi called 911 when DePape broke in, leaving the line open.
RP stated that there's a male in the home and that he's going to wait for his wife. RP stated that he doesn't know who the male is.
Police arrived within 2 minutes. When they ordered DePape to drop his weapon, a hammer, that's when he allegedly struck Pelosi at least twice, fracturing his skull.
This was not a random act.
Authorities are now combing through the suspect's social media pages. Some allegedly show multiple false conspiracy theories about the 2020 election.
What happened to Paul Pelosi is despicable. It's unacceptable.
The attack highlighting the growing hostility toward members of Congress, with threats at an all-time high, more than doubling since 2017. In an increasingly toxic political climate, a joint FBI Homeland Security bulletin sent to police nationwide now warns of a heightened threat by lone wolves ahead of the midterm elections.
A politics where some in office or who aspire to office work to stir up division, to make folks as angry and as afraid of one another for their own advantage.
House Speaker Pelosi says her family is heartbroken and traumatized by the life-threatening attack. The San Francisco DA is expected to file charges against the alleged suspect today, with a court hearing expected tomorrow. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
In your morning consumer headlines, keeping warm this winter may not cost quite as much as some had feared. Natural gas prices are now more than 40% lower than the highs posted in late August. That's due in part to a relatively warm autumn so far and record domestic production. But analysts warn a cold snap could turn prices around.
The Fed this week is expected to raise interest rates again in hopes of slowing down inflation. But experts tell the Wall Street Journal that American households are still sitting on nearly $2 trillion in savings accumulated through the pandemic. And all that buying power could keep prices high.
And we're learning more about what several companies are paying their employees. New York City employers are starting to comply with a new law taking effect this week that requires most job listings to include a pay range. The aim is to help close gender pay gaps. Looking ahead, lucky lottery players could be in for a very big treat this Halloween night. With no winner Saturday night, the Powerball jackpot stands at a staggering $1 billion. It's only the second time in Powerball's 30-year history the jackpot has hit $1 billion. This is expected to be the second largest jackpot in Powerball history. On Saturday, 7 tickets matched 5 numbers, but not the Powerball. The biggest of all time was $1.58 billion back in January of 2016. Got to remember to get those tickets.
Wow. I imagine it's going to be busy today.
Very busy lines there wherever you get your lottery tickets. Right now, 6:38, 54 degrees.
And just ahead on GMSA, keeping your family safe this Halloween, what you need to remember before heading out to enjoy all the spooky fun.
6:42, we have some late breaking news. We've got a crew down on the south side covering a shooting incident.
Katrina Weber is live along Watson Road and joins us now with the latest. Katrina, good morning. What is the latest?
Good morning. Well, we just talked to police and they tell us that this is believed to be a road rage incident, a person who was shot by someone else while driving down the road. And we're on Watson Road, which is off of Highway 16. We're only a stone's throw away from the Toyota plant, if you're familiar with that area. But the car that was involved, the victim's car, is still over there on the side of the road in front of that police car. Police say a 47-year-old man was shot in his leg, apparently during a road rage incident. The shooter, they say, was in a white pickup, and that is the vehicle that they are still looking for at this point. The shooter took off. The man who was shot was taken to a hospital. Police say his wound was not life-threatening, but you can see that they are still over there looking. It looks like they're shining a flashlight in that area, possibly looking for some evidence. They believe this is where the incident happened, and then the victim stopped right there on the side of the road. Again, non-life-threatening injuries for him. They are still looking, actively searching for that suspect, the shooter, apparently in a white pickup. That's all the information they have at this point. Reporting live on the south side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Blood donations are crucial for our community here around South Texas. South Texas Blood and Tissue Center serves 48 counties across our region. We spoke with Roger Ruiz from the organization, and he talked about how blood donations are so important for so many different people, especially pediatric cancer patients.
And blood helps them boost their cell count back up so they continue to not have to wait for treatment. And so this helps them greatly. 30% of our blood goes to these patients, and that's why it's so important that you continue to donate blood, donate platelets. We need both.
Roger also said that the ideal supply of blood donations is at a 6-day supply. We are not there yet. And he is also reminding people that those blood donations, they go down during the holidays. So encouraging anyone who can step up and help out to do just that. If you're interested in helping out, we have all that information. Just head to ksat.com. If you want to watch the entire interview with Roger, we also have that on ksat.com. We have Leading SA every Sunday, 8 a.m. So guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Back to you.
Well, you've heard it all morning. Halloween is finally here.
And since Halloween falls on a Monday this year, drivers, pedestrians, and homeowners need to stay alert. So AAA says homeowners should avoid using lit candles or open flames as decorations because of a fire hazard. Instead, use LED lights and pick up everything in the yard so nobody trips over anything. And if you're out driving around, make sure you put that phone down and watch out for the kiddos on the street, since excited trick-or-treaters might not look both ways for the cars.
Also, make sure your trick-or-treaters stay together or with someone you trust. AAA recommends parents stay with young trick-or-treaters at least till they're 12 years old. They also recommend highly visible costumes using reflective tape so drivers can see you. And if you're going to a party tonight, make plans to get home safely. That includes a designated driver, cab, or rideshare service if you have been drinking.
And I've been seeing some problems on I-35 at New Braunfels. Let's go ahead and check in with RJ Marcus.
Yeah, guys, things definitely starting to pick up on this Monday morning as people make their way out to either work or school. We have this incident right here at I-35 at New Braunfels, a little bit on the east side. So right now, this is just reported as a disabled vehicle, but I've been looking at this over the past couple of minutes. You can see there are now multiple emergency vehicles there. It looks like there's a couple of San Antonio police officers that have also responded to this scene. So just kind of keep this in mind as you make your way out. Again, this is being reported right now as a disabled vehicle. I-35 at New Braunfels. As we take a look at our wide map here, and again, a couple of different things that we're talking about. This crash right there on Yarrow Boulevard as we get a little bit closer. Yeah, I-35 southbound at Yarrow Boulevard. This was on the service road, so far it does not appear to be causing too much of a major backup in that area. Just something you definitely want to keep in mind if you are in that southwest side, south side general area. And again, this was the thing that we were talking about earlier. This is I-35 southbound at New Braunfels Avenue, and traffic still moving pretty smooth in this area. Again, reported as a disabled vehicle as we go back out to TransGuide. I-35 southbound there at New Braunfels. So things looking pretty a little bit hairy there in that area as I kind of make my way back to our desk. And there was also another incident, guys, 35 at Loop 64 that I'm starting to follow as we make our way through on this Monday morning. Things definitely starting to pick up out there.
Happy Halloween, team.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, good to have you guys with us this morning. Michael,
Yep.
How's it looking?
It's looking, well, pretty scary if you look at this picture coming up.
Uh-oh. Let's
Yeah.
see it. Oh, it's not scary. It's cute.
It's a great shot.
Lula May.
Lula May.
That's adorable.
Oh, that's fantastic. I wonder how long that sheet stays on when Lula May starts running around there. Anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Make sure you scan that QR code, and it makes it easy to download some of those KSAT Connect shots. All right, we're not seeing any glow yet of the sunrise. Got a lot of clouds out there. I doubt if we see anything. Well, maybe a little bit of sunshine trying to peek on through there, a little bit of the glow, but we got a lot of high clouds. 46 Comfort, 45 Bernie Stage, 52 at Randolph, and 55 out there at the airport right now. We may drop down another couple of notches here and there. Pretty close to normals, normal being mid 50s right now. A lot of clouds, some sunshine thrown in. I think especially late morning, early afternoon, we'll see just kind of a mixture, nice even mixture of sunshine and clouds. 72 at noon. We'll top off at 78. Clouds are going to thicken back up, and then we'll have a chance for a couple of sprinkles. Not a big chance for rain, just a sprinkle or two. If you're going to be out walking around the neighborhood, trick-or-treating with the kids, just grab an umbrella just to be on the safe side. Here's a computer model, and this is the one that's been doing a pretty good job, I think, showing a couple little sprinkles. I mean, even by 6:30, this doesn't have anything, maybe a couple of them out there by Lakey in Real County, and a few more in portions of the hill country. That's the detectable rain. So that doesn't mean there won't be anything out ahead of it. We will have more moisture coming on in here. So again, maybe some mist or a couple light little sprinkles here, and that'll be the situation in through tonight. Then as we go into the late evening hours, more rain is going to try and develop around here, and then especially going into tomorrow morning, we will have a few showers around. So it does look like it's going to be a damp commute tomorrow, and then that will start to taper off somewhat. All right, quick check of the tropics. We do have tropical depression number 15 down here in the Caribbean. It does look like it will become a tropical storm later on this morning, but the latest models have this thing just going right into Central America and not affecting us at all. Quick check on the upper level steering wind. So we've got this disturbance trying to slide on through here, and that's what's been giving us the chance for a couple of showers around. Then as we go into the rest of the week, we get this big southwesterly flow with this trough developing out there. That's going to pull in warmer temperatures, so we will be on the above normal side, more humid as we go into the mid and latter portions of the week, and then that's going to be digging and coming in our direction. And as it approaches by Thursday and Friday, that's going to enhance our rain chances, especially going into Friday night and early Saturday. But once that moves on past here, we are going to get a front to move on through, not an Arctic front, but just kind of another Pacific front. Get rid of the humidity, clear things out. Saturday late in the day and Sunday look pretty good. 72 degrees at noon today, partly sunny skies, high temperature up to 78, mostly cloudy skies with a couple of sprinkles later on, late afternoon, dinner time, just very few and far between. Again, if you're heading out trick-or-treating, just take an umbrella to be on the safe side. And then tomorrow it's going to stay cool, 72, and we'll have some morning rain. Then it's going to be milder midweek. Rain chances perhaps late Thursday, but better Friday night, early Saturday. Then we'll start to clear out on Saturday, and it looks great for Sunday. Set your clocks back. Yay.
Hallelujah, Mike Osterhage. Hallelujah.
Yes, what a nice break after a busy week, right?
Yep.
We'll take it.
And thank you very much. And by the way, you're seeing some whiskers already. We've got a jump start on No Shave November, which starts tomorrow. More to come. 6:51, 54 degrees.
And tomorrow on GMSA, you probably are seeing a lot of butterflies flying around. We're going to show you how to identify some of the ones you may be seeing.
Outside with live cam on your Halloween. Please be safe out there tonight.
And before we head to break, here are some more Halloween pictures from our KSAT crew. That's me. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We have got a little bit of a mess going on here on the northeast side. This is I-35 at Loop 1604. So this is just a little bit south of 1604, and you can see that there's already traffic building up there. Just talked to TransGuide right now, and they say that there is a crash in that area. This is something that we will continue to follow. As we take a look at our maps, you can see it's already causing some significant backup there, kind of on the northbound lanes. So this is something that we will continue to follow throughout the morning. Again, developing story here, I-35 at 1604. You can see a lot of emergency vehicles in that area. Traffic is definitely backed up right there. Mike, how are things looking outside?
Well, kind of cloudy. There's a little bit of the glow, as you can see, with some of those holes in the clouds. We have temperatures that are in the mid-50s, mid-40s in the hill country, and we'll make it up to the upper 70s later on today. Plenty of clouds today. Couple of sprinkly showers. So trick-or-treat forecast. Again, just been saying, take an umbrella just to be on the safe side, because there will be maybe some mist, a couple of light little sprinkles here and there, and that's going to be the case into the evening hours. Then better rain chances overnight, and tomorrow morning does look like it's going to be pretty much on the wet side tomorrow morning, and we will then get kind of mild toward the middle part of the week. So again, take an umbrella, play it safe tonight.
Be extra safe, please. Have fun.
Yes, have lots of fun trick-or-treating out there. And don't forget, we'll see you back here at 9 o'clock.